Hi, I'm continuing reading to you my new novel, Lee, and we're continuing on page 106, chapter 7. This client is real smart. He's a scientist. I go over to his place every Tuesday, once a month. He teaches me stuff. He plays me this video. It's an animated view of planet after planet, bigger and bigger planet and star, showing where we are in the solar system, in the universe, in the cosmos. It is tiny speck. It shows what a tiny speck we are. Even our solar system is just a tiny speck, and there are billions of solar systems. It gives me a headache just thinking about it. How can you take all this in? I can't, but I like trying. I feel hope seeing the big picture of the big picture, a weird kind of hope. The biggest star, it says on the video, the biggest star or planet that's in our solar system is so big it would take a plane flying at its usual speed. It would take that plane 1,000,000 and hundreds of thousands of years to go around the biggest planet once. And this giant planet is only a tiny speck in the big cosmos. Go figure that, huh? So then I get to thinking there's got to be other living beings in the universe, other ways that we don't understand. This big picture is the only thing that's comforting to me these days. I like my scientist client. He takes me, and when he's done, he teaches me stuff. It's exciting what I'm learning from him. He's got a big screen. I don't know if it's a TV, but he can play these great videos on it. Being taught by him is like being in a school without having to open books or do homework. I hated school. I couldn't sit still, and I didn't want to go, didn't have the right clothes, always felt dirty. I sat in the way back row with the dumb kids. I wasn't dumb, I knew that, but I knew that in some ways I was out of place. Sitting in the way back row pressed into me that out of place feeling. I figured I was gonna be on the outside forever, watching the world go by. I only had that feeling from the time I was 5 until I was 7. By 7.5, I had my own place I lived inside. Everybody else was on the outside. Don't ask me how this switch happened, because I don't know. I like to think some kind of God made it happen. It was made just for me, this place I could belong to. After I turned 7, I don't remember going to school at all. I do remember squatting in Mama's front yard dirt, drawing for hours with my stick. Summer lasted a year long back then. It's a June hot day. I haven't checked in with you for a while. I was feeling bad, wasn't getting out much, but I'm starting to again. I got through early spring, got through those gritty winter months. It was cold inside and outside of me. Right away after he died, I missed No Smoking Guy. I still do. Every day I think I'm going to go stop in and say hi, or I think I'm going to go get him to watch the baby, or it's time for me to give him his haircut. I got to remind myself that he's gone. It's weird not to have a person in the world that you've known. You take it for granted that people you know are going to keep being there, or they're going to be around even if you don't see them for a while. I don't know where people go when they disappear, when they stop breathing. I wish I could talk to No Smoking Guy and ask him. He had ideas about that kind of thing. He had more than ideas. He had experiences that told him things. He's not here for me to ask, but sometimes I ask anyway. I ask the air around me and the sky. I ask him, hey, would you watch over me? Now don't go making fun, but I swear I think he can hear me. I wear the locket he gave me most all the time. Papa dying was real strange. I always knew I had a papa out there. No one in this world don't got a papa who made them, including my boy, even if I don't know who he is. There's the people that you know, like No Smoking Guy, and there's the people that who are placeholders. Papa was the placeholder for my papa. I didn't know him personally, but I knew I had one, and now I don't have one. It's weird walking around in the world knowing you don't got a papa. I've always been a pretty girl. I make a pretty boy, too. I got big blue eyes. They look like half moons or rising suns on the horizon. I got gold glowy hair. No matter how I cut it, how I wear it, it always falls into place. I got one of those faces that look pretty no matter what. It's a blessing and a curse. All pretty is what other people think it is. In some countries, to some faraway tribes, I wouldn't look good to them at all. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, my philosopher professor guy liked to say while he was looking me over. I guess there's a lot of eyes that like to behold me. I happen to fit that mix of features that makes people want to look wide open into my face. They get sort of relaxed. I see them sort of relaxed and attracted feeling all at once. They want to keep looking into my eyes, looking at my face and down across my body. They want to eat me up, it feels like, eat me up with their eyes. That's why I hide my face when I go out. I wish I was one of those ugly girls, you know, the kind nobody looks at twice. I figure they can walk around the world incognito in broad daylight. No matter what they wear, no matter if they hide their hair or not, no one gives them a second look, not even a first look. They got the safety of being unseen. I gotta work hard at blending in. I gotta plan what I'm wearing, how I move around, how I tilt my face. I gotta remember to keep my hat pulled low, my head down. Even with all that hiding, once they get a glimpse of me, they gotta take a second look. Like bees to honey, the boys, they come to you. Like bees to honey, Mama used to say. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is the bees, and I'm the honey. It's dangerous being in the world, especially if you're young and beautiful. Everybody wants around you, wants to touch you, get inside you, get some of what you got. It's been like this for me since I was a tiny girl, earliest I can remember. One of Mama's men sitting on the couch noticing me, watching me. I'm 3 years old. It's not good news. You don't know how to take care of yourself when you're little. Once I got older, I figured it out. I can make a living off this beauty, be in charge. Everything changed. I say when, and I say what, and I charge. It's my trick. It supports me. I see how beautiful I am. I look in the mirror some mornings, walking to the bathroom all sleepy, hair laying every which way. I catch a glimpse of myself in the long mirror on the door. I take a second look. What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful creature I am. Right there in that mirror, I can see why I make the money I make. Papa was a pretty man. Got my looks from him, from what I can tell. Mama, not so much. She had to work hard to get somebody to stay with her. They came and they went. Didn't treat her right while they were there. No wonder she sent me away. Must have been some mixture of wanting to protect me, I like to think, and to protect herself. Strange that she thought me a competition. Didn't know what to do with all my beauty. Probably smart of her to get rid of me. Problem was, Wherever I went, my beauty went with me. So there you go. Beauty's not safe in this world. You see a pretty flower, you want to pick it. You see a pretty animal, you want to shoot it and mount it. Men for sure want to see dead stuffed beauty sitting still for them there on their living room walls. I think that's where I'm going to end for today. We ended on page 112. Thank you for listening, and I'll read again soon. Bye-bye.